Welcome all to another episode of Three Nerds and a Stack of Comics with your hosts with the most and the galaxy's favorite nerds, Ryu, G-Dubs, and Zord-Base Commander. Today, we're kicking this mule off with something a little different, something personal for you fans. This segment is called The Times We've Shat Ourselves. I'll start. It was a cold day in Illinois. It was one of my first days going to my new junior college. And I pulled up. I was about a block down, and I hit the brakes, and I sneezed, and I shit.
Oof.
Now, what's so funny about this story is there was a guy on the opposite lane. All traffic was stopped, and he just looked at me. He knew what happened. All right, this guy knew what happened. And then when the traffic started to go, he let me do a U-turn over the over the little barrier, because you can do that in the Midwest. And he was just shaking his head, laughing his ass off. That's a guy who shit himself before, right? Because he looked at my face and he knew exactly what happened.
Well, you probably gave him the universal "I just shat my pants" look.
It's just a look of despair, disappointment, confusion. How could I not tell that fart was going to be a shit?
Right?
You go through like the 7 stages of grief whenever you shit your pants.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, it took a solid 6 months to get over, and then I've actually been shit on.
Ew. No, not in a good way. I know basically the story. Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. Before he continues with that, are we still being hosted on Pornhub?
No, not right now.
No,
we're working on getting confirmed by Pornhub, so that way we can continue to post on Pornhub.
I'm sending another email in, because apparently they're not taking it seriously.
Unfortunate. So continue with your story.
Well, I was in Pittsburgh, I believe, wrestling a dual meet, and I wrestled 2 weight classes up. And this match had gotten pretty intense. I was winning. I believe I was winning, but I ended up losing, which makes me all the more better. And I slammed this guy so hard, he lost his bowels.
Ooh.
Yeah. And the ref didn't stop the match, which clearly he's never heard of the word dysentery. And yeah, no, I had someone else's feces on my thigh. It was pretty weird. Then, although I gotta say something, because I take positives out of these kinds of situations.
These are the type of stories that you make a good first impression on people.
Oh, dude, well, it's the first thing I tell my boss. No, it's the first thing I bring up in an interview. It's the first. What the net positive that came out of this was, I've never been scared to do stand-up because, well, of course I'm scared, but there's no way it's worse than getting shit on in front of a crowd of like hundreds of people. So.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's very true. So
that's my story.
I have one epic story of shitting myself, and
which I will find.
No, two. Excuse me, I have 2.
Oh,
okay,
2.
So the first one, which I'm going to start off with, was on stream. I was sitting there playing some CS:GO some years ago, and I was like, man, my stomach, and I'm like, I got to fart, and I went, brr, and it was not a fart. So I stopped. After I realized what just happened, I look right at my camera and go, I just sharted myself. Excuse me. And stood up and walked
into the camera
and walked away. Because at that point, you just have to own what just happened in your life and handle the business, right?
You got to be a man. You shit yourself.
Yeah, just completely just shit myself. And, it was, I sharted. So it wasn't like, a full shit. It was like extra farts came out, The other time, I had drank like a crap load of juice one day, right? I'm talking like 3 or 4, dude, beyond what I'm used to drinking of juice. And I was on my way into work on 3rd shift, driving a forklift, and right. Hold on, I got distracted by the question.
You can just hear the shame in his.
Yes, people were watching the stream. Just power through it. Anyway, so, So I'm on my way into work, right? And I pass the first bathroom in there because they have a bathroom in the guard shack that we can use if need be. I'm like, you know what? I can make it. My stomach's rumbling, but I can make it. I can make it, right? So I'm in work. I'm doing the fucking, squeeze the butt cheeks, quick man hustle through the facility, right? I hit the clock. I run into the bathroom. I get my pants down. As soon as I get my pants down, all over the
boy.
bathroom.
Oh, fuck, no, I shit myself in an IKEA once, too. God damn it, I just remembered that. Okay.
So, I'm talking, I fucked up the toilet and everything. So, I did everything I could to clean up. And then I got in there with a mop and a bucket and cleaned up the floor because I got it all over the floor and the toilet and everything. And I'm sitting there. Luckily, I got in earlier than everybody else. So I had plenty of time to wash my ass and take off my pants because I fucked up my pants and underwear. Okay. But see, it was also during the winter, so I had my heavy winter clothes on too. So I took off my underclothes, and I had
Did it
my
get in your boots?
Didn't get in my boots, didn't get on my overalls.
Thank God.
The heavy overalls. So basically, for 4 hours before I asked if anybody wanted to go home, I was driving around on my forklift in nothing but my work pants. Like my heavy winter clothes.
You're just raw dogging life at that.
Right.
You went commando.
And I'm sitting here trying to hide my fucking, shit covered pants.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, I just remembered a third story that I successfully repressed, but I'm going to let Ryu go.
Tony?
Well,
that's fascinating.
I mean,
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto?
It's not really all that spectacular. Just you know those moments where you go to the bathroom and you have to pee.
Yeah.
But you're doing the standard procedure: unzip your pants, whip out your tool, and go to town.
Right.
Right.
So
I'm well aware of the process.
So in the middle of pissing, I fart.
Oh no!
And it sounds a little wetter than usual. So, realizing that I'm about to shart myself,
you do the pull down and quick turn?
Well, no, I can't do that because I'm currently still pissing.
Yeah, dude, his wang's got a rope coming out of it right now. He can't turn.
So, I do the ultimate. What's that? What's that exercise called? Kegel.
Kegel?
I do the ultimate Kegel, and immediately cut off the piss stream and hold back whatever shit I have that's immediately about to come out. Immediately do a Tony Hawk 180 no hand, and made it just in time enough for me to sit my ass on the toilet, and I just hear like a whole stream of not solid fluid. I didn't know if I was either pissing or shitting out diarrhea. But whatever it was liquid and it smelled horrible.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if y'all have ever had the Swedish meatballs at IKEA, but they run through you real quick. In fact, if you're planning on shopping after eating said Swedish meatballs, you got about 45 minutes. And I was with my mother, who, you guys have been in the store with the women before. They like to mosey around, look at everything. Now, I sat down on a white couch.
That's a problem right there.
And, dude, that shit went through me. And
GW instantly regrets his life right there.
Yep, and I ran straight there. I had to raw dog it, much like Kelly on the forklift, through the rest of that shopping experience. And I did leave my shit-soaked pants in the IKEA bathroom, but I put them in the trash can, which
smart.
Hopefully, no one ever looked into that thing. But yeah, those are stories. And you know what? That's our commitment to you viewers. All right, we'll tell you this kind of shit.
Literally.
I also haven't chuckled so hard since on a bit like this, so I can't wait to go back and listen to this and hear your guys' chuckling while I say mine, and then Ryu and I chuckling like Kelly's talking. But
bruh.
Oh,
All right,
fuck.
so let's get to the actual
Let's
comic
get to
book.
pop culture.
Let's get to the actual like comic book part of this because you know, they have not released any new Deceased. It's going to be later this month. Later this month, they're going to be releasing the last issue 7 of Deceased, which makes me sad because I really need it like now, now. I know, right? Hope at World's End, I believe, is finished because they finished it where they mopped up what happened to John Jazan, Martian Manhunter, and how they dealt with Shazam and that entire army. By the way,
Martian
that was
Manhunter as a
fucking awesome.
zombie is fucking OP.
He is. He really is. And then The Last Ronin comes out February 17th, I believe. That's the second issue. If anybody in chat has not read Deceased, I highly suggest going out and picking up the first series of it, 1 through 6 of Deceased from DC. And then The Unkillables 3 issues, which were fucking fantastic, by the way. You can get what's it called? Hope at World's End digitally. And I think there is a Good Day to Die, which is set up to what's going on currently in Dead Planet and then Dead Planet. So if you haven't had a chance to it, and even though, you know, zombie stuff is getting really exhausted and tiring in pop culture, this is a really good spin on it because
this is not the Walking Dead shit.
This is not
amazing.
The Walking Dead. No,
this is cooler than that has ever been.
Put it this way, so much amazing shit happens in each issue that when something amazing happens, you're like, I can't. The hype is.
Yeah, it's one of those comics that just keeps finding like a new ceiling to reach.
Yes.
And I can't wait for issue 7. I mean, shit, I can't imagine because they know they only have one issue left. I can't imagine what they're going to do with that. I somehow just trust them at this point.
Yes. And
it's well earned.
The writers and the artists are doing a fantastic job. Hope at World's End has one of my favorite issues in the entire freaking series, and that is the dog issue.
I love issue 9. Isn't it issue 9?
Issue 8 or 9, and it's Crypto. It's Ace the Bat Dog, a horse, a little girl, and Crypto the super dog, all in a story about saving one of the little girl that gets separated from the group. And it is just simply the best story. And it's so like heartfelt and loving. And it's something you need during the shitstorm that is going on currently.
I was just about to say, like, Deceased rips your heart out. So like a dog issue was probably the most needed thing.
Gives you a break from
just to balance it out.
Yes. Yes.
And you're on edge the whole time, like, oh my god, if Ace or Crypto dies, because they've been killing everyone.
Oh yeah. And what's cool is it's not told from the perspective of the little girl. It's told from the perspective of who is it? Bobo? Was it Bobo?
Bobo, yes. Bobo, the
Detective Chimp.
The Detective Chimp. Yep. I don't know why I was going to call him an investigator. Guess he is though. And what else, boys? What have we read this week?
Yeah, it's Detective Chimp. And he is... Bobo T. Chimpanzee is his name, which is great. I love that. Yeah, so, I mean, besides really waiting for Deceased to finish up, I don't really have much desire to look at Future State, and Marvel, of course, has always just been disappointing to me. Like, I love some of the stuff that Marvel has to offer, but all in all, it's just kind of whatever.
Well,
DC has always been the best to me.
I mean, listen, the New 52 was tough for everybody, but since Rebirth, and that's when Kelly really kind of got me into comics, and my Nerdawan training really began, which was holy shit, 2016 probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
God, it's been 4 years. That's insane. It's just been great since then. They were doing some similar stuff, but they did Marvel did the Civil War reboot, which I mean I enjoyed the original Civil War comics, but I didn't really like Civil War 2. I gave it a try, and that's pretty much when I've dropped off with Marvel. And I'm sure I've.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to
Yep,
interrupt you real quick, G-Dubs. By the way,
of course.
everybody in chat and everybody here on this call, please share the stream on any of your social medias. Get people in here to come and chat with us if you'd like. If not, that's fine. But please do share it if you'd like. Anyways, continue, G-Dubs.
And the other thing that I've ranted about several times before, it's one of my because Image comics are great because
yeah.
you get away from Marvel and DC, and it's always really awesome. And Kelly knows exactly where I'm going here.
Oh, yeah.
But if you guys have not read the Manhattan Projects, I recommend them. It's an alternate World War II history or world, and it's amazing. Oppenheimer is do we call him a schizophrenic?
Sure.
He's something.
He's something special.
In that. FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt gets, hooked up to an AI, and he's a big main player through the whole run. And I mean, I recommend that. That's probably one of the first comic books I recommend to anybody, including our viewers.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, and The Last Ronin was dope.
Yes. Last Ronin was amazing. Tag, what you got?
I haven't been doing much reading lately, but I've been doing a lot of watching.
Yes.
Have you watched The Mando?
We're gonna breach that in a minute.
Okay.
I did catch up.
That is on the docket. But before we hit that particular subject, there will be spoilers, everybody. There will be spoilers, just so you know. So if you don't want to know, mute it. Yes.
I do apologize for that. If you can ask any woman I've ever been with, I do sometimes blow my wad too quickly.
Right.
We can wait for that bit.
So, but before we go on to that particular thing, this is something that's going to be going for Tony. Guess what I've been watching lately, Tyg?
Was it the other show that I've been watching lately called Lovecraft Country?
Oh, I've already finished that. That one, Lovecraft Country was really good until the end. It had a good, solid, steady story. It had good, construct, and then it just kind of lost its momentum near the end. Don't get me wrong. When I say this, I'm saying it's really fucking good, even in the end, but not as good as those first couple episodes. Those first couple episodes were phenomenal, and by the end of it, you were just kind of like, "This is awesome," but not as fucking epic as those were.
That's a shame because I'm 5 episodes in, and I'm thoroughly enjoying what's going on so far.
Finish watching it. I'm by no means discouraging you from finishing watching it. It is, like I said, awesome, but not as good as those first couple starting episodes. So no, but I'm watching Armitage the Third OVA, Iria Zerem the Animated, Green Legend Ran, and then Poltergeist Report.
Oh, you're going through all the classics, huh?
Yeah, man. I found a like an old Bennett the Sage abandoned anime stuff.
Yeah,
and I've actually I've been watching his videos periodically to get an idea of the stuff I need to go back and watch. I also got like Legend of Lemnir to go watch and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he goes in and he rips everything apart, talks shit about him, and it's hysterical. And at one point, he's talking about watching. I don't remember what it is right now, but I'll remember it. But he's like, watching this with rose-colored glasses on. That's what the problem is. Everybody sees it through those reminiscent eyes, and he was just kind of tearing this anime apart that me and you both loved, and I hate that I can't remember it. And I'm like, you know what, sir? I disagree with everything you're saying, and I'll put my rose-colored glasses back on. Thank you very much. I don't care how bad it is because it's amazing.
In the field of anime, I've been consistently watching Hunter x Hunter. That's a fun one. And there's another one. I can't get logged into my Netflix, but there's actually wait, yes I can. I'll bring it up in a sec. I want to ask you guys about this anime. I think it's kind of older.
I'm doing a podcast real quick.
And
you're talking to the right people.
I know I'm talking to the right people. You're right. All right. Here we go. It'll be in my recently watched. Just click on Sexy Bitch 24 here. Let's see here. Oh, the Castle of Calvaris.
Cagliostro?
Cagliostro.
Lupin
Lupin
the
the
third guy. Yeah,
Lupin
it's
the
a lot of fun.
Third.
Lupin the Third.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
by the way, the anime was.
Does he have a show? Or
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Okay.
There's
I
a
can tell
show,
it's a
there's an
standalone
OVA
movie.
series. There is a new show that came out recently, I think like earlier last year.
Dude, there
I
are
had a
like
feeling-
there
I was
are
thinking
multiple
about
TV
Ryu
shows.
and you
There are
this whole
multiple
time I
TV
was
shows,
watching
OVAs, multiple movies, everything. And Lupin has been around forever. And by the way, the anime was Kakaider.
Oh, that's the name of. Oh, how do you spell that?
Yeah, I remember his review of Kakaider. Oh yeah.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
tore that shit apart.
He's like, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, buddy. I'll put mine back on. Thank you. Anyways,
So what's the
continue,
actual
GW.
show Lupin is from? Like, what's
Okay,
the show
Lupin the
from?
Third is based on it's an anime take on the novel character Arsène Lupin.
Mhm.
But instead of it being just one person, it's a guy who's his descendant who has a team of other thieves that basically do thief stuff with him.
Yep.
Mhm.
There's a guy named Jigen who is like the samurai from like all those hardcore samurai films. He has a one sword that just cuts through everything.
Jigen,
and
I love
then-
it.
Okay, I'm only aware of the one sidekick that's in the movie with him. With
No,
the hat.
they're both
Yeah.
in there. Jigen is in
Oh,
there.
I haven't
Goemon.
finished it. I haven't finished it.
Goemon.
Goemon. I'm sorry. Goemon is the one with the sword. Jigen is the one with the hat.
With the hat and the
Jigen's the one
gun.
with the hat. I recognize that.
And then
yeah.
Fuji Cakes. Fuji Cakes.
Oh yeah, Fujiko.
Is that the princess that they were saving?
No,
No.
that's the girl he's always lusting after.
Fujiko
he's
is
definitely
the
trying to
femme
tap
fatale
himself.
who's like his on again, off again love interest / rival
Oh.
Yes.
with the big titties. That's important.
Yes. Because Fuji Cakes is the best.
She's
And
basically Catwoman if she had triple D's.
Yes.
Nice. And the only other anime I speak on, well, it's two, is the original Hellsing. I haven't seen Hellsing Ultimate because I haven't found it.
Both
Okay.
of them are fine. Both of them are
fine.
great.
Healthy Ultimate is better.
Hellsing
Yes.
Abridged is fucking hilarious.
Yes.
Oh my god! Do you know that I'm sorry. This is the creative writing major just nutting himself here. The
Uh-huh.
writing that went into that show. I mean,
Yeah.
when Father Anderson says, "If you weep for the stupid, you'll be crying all day," my dad wrote that down. I mean, fucking truth is truth here, people. Amazing shit. Or when the first time you ever see what's his name?
Alucard?
No. The first time you ever see Father Anderson, Alucard goes, "Smells of hypocrisy." Oh, the Catholic Church. And
Oh, if
little
it isn't the
Tommy
Catholic
connected to your
Church.
leg. Progress. Oh, fuck, man. And you guys know I got tortured by Catholic school. I love
yeah.
that show.
Practically every line in that series is quotable.
So tell me about abridged. What's the view on abridged series? Obviously, that's a great application of it, but I've never watched other ones.
Okay, so there's a right way and there's a wrong way to do an abridged series.
I'm assuming Hellsing was the right way.
Yes. See, the wrong way is you get a bunch of friends together and it'd be like, okay, let's just dub these characters and we're going to write a couple of jokes and we're
Mhm.
basically just going to do a retread of the whole show. We're just going to have fun. And no, don't
Mhm.
do that. Especially if you're terrible at
No.
improv. Don't do that. That's the
Yeah,
wrong
because
way.
like I noticed Hellsing Abridged, like the continuity was completely different. They used like the first episode has scenes from the actual last episode, right, of the series, and it's all chopped up different, and it's a completely different progression of events. Like
Sorta
it kind
kinda
of
maybe,
starts.
yeah.
It starts similarly with like the police girl and how Alucard and her meet up is pretty much similar, right? The same guy kills her.
Mhm.
But that's about it. The police girl with the big titties. I love that fucking.
Big titty police girl. Yes, we get it. But
and then
Titties.
we didn't mention the butler. Freaking help me out here, guys.
Walter.
Walter is the best.
About
Ever.
it. The police girl with the big.
My name is Walter C. Dormes. I clean the house. look after the mansion,
And take out the
and take out
trash.
the trash.
Oh, great shit, gentlemen. Great shit.
Now, see,
Yeah. Props to
Hellsing,
everyone who did writing on that show.
yes, the Team 4-Star, who also did Dragon Ball Z Abridged,
Is that good?
they well, if it wasn't good, they wouldn't be able to do Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, now would they?
I didn't know which came first. I'd never
Dragon
watched.
DBZ
Okay.
Abridged came first. It had a kind of a rough start,
Mhm.
but as the series progressed, the writing and the editing got much better.
You can tell at the beginning that they had it was just them learning how to do all this stuff. And then as it progressed through the series, they got better and better, which is to be
Mhm.
typical. I mean, it's literally how everything will start out. You watch any TV
Right.
show, and nowadays you'll see that first season at some points is a little rough. And then as it progresses through the series, it gets better and better and better because everybody's picking up the habits and how to do things. So
Now, Team
People are
4-Star
getting more.
released those episodes. I know episode like 6 and 7, or whatever the last 2 episodes of Hellsing Abridged were. Those got released in the same year, but all the
Mhm.
other ones were yearly. Did they
Yes.
take the same schedule with the Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
No, the DBZ Abridged is different, a different
Okay.
beast entirely. They did it in their spare time when they could, and the
Oh,
release schedule was either like, "Hey, we got to get one like maybe once a month," to things are kind of hectic. We're probably going to get one every couple of months. To, well, guys, we got to focus on like 7 other projects we're doing, so we'll let you know when it comes out.
gotcha.
yeah,
But that didn't mean that they sacrificed on quality.
no.
Because
No.
every episode after every other episode that they released, moving forward, it felt like they put legit effort into each thing that they did because they're legit fans of the show.
They want to do it right.
Yeah,
They
they're
respect the source material.
they're
They
not
want
making
to
fun
and
of
they
it. They're in awe of it because of what it is, and they want to have fun with it.
exactly. It's parody.
That's a good way to put that.
It's not tearing something down. It's looking at it from a funny lens, but respecting it at the same time.
Yes. So is Hellsing Abridged Ultimate worth watching? Absolutely. But
Very much, yes.
honestly, both Hellsing and Hellsing Ultimate are like absolutely worth watching in their own rights. Hellsing Ultimate and Hellsing and are like Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. They are both really fucking good independently.
Mhm.
But you watch them together, people are like, "Meh, Brotherhood is so much better because it follows the manga." Meh." And my thought is, I don't care. You know what I got? I got 2 fucking adventures with characters I love. So you can take your fucking like manga bullshit, stuff it up your goddamn ass, because, equivalent exchange says, my foot up your ass. Or you can just shove it up your ass. Whichever.
Gentlemen, I have a question.
I'll take 2 different adventures any day of the week. Any day of the week. It'll make me happy.
And I get so like I can't quite relate to what you guys are talking about because I've watched like 4 animes, but it sounds like there are Star Wars nerds in every fan base based on what Kelly just said there.
More or
No,
less, yes.
dude, the what are they called? The fuck boys, not fuck boys. That's not right. The
Bad Star Wars nerds is what you're talking about?
No, those people that have the fedoras on and the goatee, neckbeards. There we go. Neckbeards
Yes.
exist in every fandom,
Lady.
and when it comes down to it, dude, who gives a fuck? Go watch what
ignore 'em.
makes you happy. Who cares what little Johnny says because he doesn't like it? If little Johnny doesn't like it, then that's little Johnny's fucking problem. Enjoy
And
it.
Even
It's
when
like-
it is
it's-
truly bad, it's still like it'll be funny. We didn't laugh at that Mary Poppins shit in episode 7. I laughed. I'm sorry, episode 8. Episode 8.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
I'm Mary Poppins later. What's up?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
shit.
like enjoy.
But
Your fucking
exactly,
fandom.
Enjoy.
Fuck what
Enjoy,
everybody
like,
else says.
Even episode 9, for as spastic and rough as it was, that scene with Luke training Leia, like, that wasn't cool to you guys? Like, of course that was fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my rant.
So yeah, no, I got on my soapbox there for a minute. You guys enjoy your goddamn fandom, okay? Enjoy it. Who gives a shit
If
what
you
other
like
people
it,
say?
consume the content. Blah, 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 blah. If you like it, consume the content.
Exactly.
Don't
Now,
take that attitude towards cocaine, though. You will run out of money.
Don't do
dry
that.
out
Your
your
penis
septum.
will get smaller too.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, right.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
So The Mandalorian. Let's talk about The Mandalorian.
Oh shit.
So I'm sitting there at work, right?
Way.
And I pass on my information to Tig so he can watch The Mandalorian. And periodically throughout the next 3 days, I get random messages from work going, "Oh my god, what is this? Holy shit, this happened!" And I'm sitting here, I don't want to say anything, so I'm just sending him memes of like, "This is the way. This is the way."
I have spoken.
I have spoken. Yeah, dude. I see it's so many. He's probably like, I don't even know why I'm messaging him. He's just gonna send me a meme that says, "This is the way."
I just bought
right?
a shirt that says "This is the way."
So he gets to Rosario Dawson, right? And he's like, "Holy shit! Rosario Dawson is fucking Ahsoka Tano. This is amazing. She's getting all that Marvel money." And I'm like, "Yes, she is.
She's getting all that Disney money."
What? How? Okay, I'm gonna ask you about specific parts in the season.
Hold on. Let me finish my tale, and then you can ask him. So that Toad meme where he's shaking back and forth. The hype overload. And I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I can see this in the words that he's typing at me, that the hype overload is about to explode. And I'm like, just wait till the last episode. Just wait till the last episode. And he's like, Cara Dune is like ready to fuck things up. That episode with the sniper was amazing. Holy crap. This is so freaking awesome. And then I get to the end, and he's like, oh my god. Fucking Luke shows up.
Dude,
and his brain just shorted out.
Luke showed up. And guess who happens to be in the same vicinity? Who almost was in the same vicinity? Boba. Fucking Fett.
Yes.
Who I thought had died a long time ago in the Sarlacc pit.
So
could you imagine the awkwardness?
As badass without his armor as he is with it.
Right? Yeah, I even forgot about the Boba Fett thing. He freaks out when Boba Fett's like, "Oh God, it's Boba Fett. He's still badass."
Fett, my boy.
The thing about it is, like, that's the best application of Star Wars we've seen, right?
In a long time.
In a long time. Like, I haven't been that hyped since the Clone Wars.
Right? Me neither.
I genuinely haven't.
And have you watched
Star Wars is back, boys? What the fuck? How happy am I?
Right? Oh have you watched all of the Clone Wars G-dubs yet? The last season?
Oh yeah, of course, man.
That last season
Din Djarin was on that planet during
fucking
those events.
Magical. That last season was magical. Like it.
And dude, the Bad Batch movie that's coming out.
Oh god, the Bad Batch was amazing. So Tig has to watch all of Clone Wars here soon to get caught up with us here. So we're not going to broach the Clone Wars.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm going to go pee. Go ahead and ask him the questions that you want to. I'll be right back.
All right. So, because the fun part was I'd watch each episode 3 times, and I'd have like different friends with me to watch their reactions for their first times. All right. Now, when Boba's beating the shit out of people with the sand people stick, what's that thing called?
I am not privy to what that staff thing is called, but yeah.
Scary staff thing. He's kicking ass with it. Dude, when he goes into the ship and grabs his armor and shows up, I mean, like that. What? Like a level of endorphin. Like, it was insane, right?
Like,
and then that ship gets blown up. The Mando's ship gets blown up, and you're like, "Fuck!"
Dude.
Also, where the fuck was Slave One? How do you get Slave One back? That's what I want to know.
Slave One was probably in hiding somewhere. Either that, or he bought it off the Jawas. Or stole it off the Jawas. I don't know.
See, and like that's gonna be a comic book or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just good shit. Okay, how about when Mando takes that lightsaber hit from Ahsoka Tano, and you realize how fucking nuts Beskar really is?
I've heard stories like Like, see,
we've heard stories, but
I'm not that deep into the Star Wars lore
Lord, yeah.
as Zord is, but I do hear I bits and pieces do come to me, and I remember there's like very few things that a lightsaber blade will not pierce, and Mandalorian armor happens to be one of them.
Mhm.
So when I see him just tanking hits from lightsaber blades from Ahsoka, I'm like, yep, that's how that should happen.
Now, you know what's interesting is they actually think the dark saber's more powerful because remember when they're fighting with the spear, how the spear gets red?
Mm.
So they actually think that dark saber's more power. What do you think about the power struggle they set up between Bo-Katan and Din Djarin?
Bo-Katan and who
Like
now?
Din Djarin, the Mando. You know, now that he has
Oh,
the light,
yeah.
black saber, blah, dark saber.
The way I see it is that uh, Din is most likely probably what they're probably going to do is they're probably going to force them to fight, like
Mhm.
just so they can see who has control of the dark saber.
Right.
But Din's not going to be all in it. In fact, what he's probably going to do is he's going to try and give up at the beginning of the fight. Then they're going to force him to fight,
Mhm.
and then he's going to take a beating. And her conscience is probably going to take over her, and then what'll probably end
There
up
we go.
happening is she'll just relinquish it to him, and he'll be just the owner of the darksaber.
Yeah, it's just the thing that interests me is, and you'll see this when you go through Clone Wars, and you'll really get to know Bo-Katan. Someone has given her the dark saber before without any struggle. They didn't have to fight for it. So I don't know if that can happen again or not. And like Bo-Katan, you sense like the kind of tyrannical vibes in her. She's very serious about getting Mandalore back.
She is very serious, yes.
And I don't know, man. I really am just interested to see where that goes. Now, is the Book of Boba Fett Mandalorian season 3, or is that going to be a
No,
different show?
no. Okay, so
Okay.
Book of Boba Fett is actually a completely new show. They just used The Mandalorian to launch the Book of Boba Fett. Okay, season 3 of The Mandalorian is still following Din Djarin. Okay,
Okay.
and
Gotcha.
eventually, I believe what's going to end up happening is that Grogu and Din are going to be back together because that's kind of what they're going for. They're going for that whole thing of it's going to be that adventure. And
Luke's
honestly,
like, I'm busy this weekend. Can you take him?
right? Shared custody, man. Shared custody. Honestly, I hope what they do is that it's like 5-6 years later.
We're about 15 years from the establishment of the Luke's Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
at this
So
point.
what I want to
Mhm.
see is I want to see like 10 years.
Mhm.
I would be fine with a 10-year time jump, and
Mhm.
Grogu leaves Luke trained. Okay. And comes to find Din, and I want to see like Grogu-sized Mandalorian armor. That's what I want out of this. I want to see a little Mando Yoda. Okay,
Mando Yoda?
a Mando Yoda.
Oh man,
That would be fucking dope.
what are they gonna do for his ears?
They built it into the helmet. They built him into the helmet.
Yeah, dude, you see the armorer's helmet? That thing was huge.
That was huge.
Oh,
Didn't she have horns?
She had. Let's see.
no, she didn't. She had fur,
Yeah.
but she was badass.
I wonder if we'll ever see her. If that was just kind of
I-
static character.
Yes, she
'Cause,
will
like,
be
that's
back
the old
eventually.
Mandalore. Like that's the old kind of Mandalorian, or
And
not
she-
the
Guys, hold on. I got breaking news.
what?
Mhm.
Today is Betty White's and James Earl Jones's birthday.
That's right.
Wow, happy birthday.
Betty White is 99 years old, and James Earl Jones is 90 years
He's
old.
dead. Didn't he die?
No, he's still alive.
They're both still alive.
Oh, fuck.
Listen,
Who died?
listen. Just so you know, at the end of the world, it'll be Betty White with the Excalibur, and it'll be Keith Keith Richards with the Muramasa blade, or whatever the hell Japanese samurai sword we can think of at this point in time. Okay,
You're right.
there will be a Muramasa. There will be a epic showdown of proportions that neither one of them will win, and then they will become the new Adam and Eve. Okay, so later, thousands of generations later, after the world has healed itself and their offspring have gone and bred because they have like a 1,000,000-year lifespan in the first place. Okay, because of all the drugs and Betty White can never die. Plain and simple.
Exactly. The tenacity of Betty White and the immunity of Keith Richards.
Exactly. So we would have these superhumans born of these two, with, you know, the females being, you know, a Betty, rather humorously. Mm-hmm. By the way, the term a Betty comes from Betty White and Betty Page.
Makes sense.
And
some etymology for you guys,
right? And you know, they'll be like super soldiers. So everybody, all the men will be slightly assholic like Keith Richards, but have an immunity to a large amount of drugs, and all the girls will be as hot as Betty White was when she was younger. I mean, this is a win-win.
Would like to live on.
And this is a win-win, ladies and gentlemen. This is a win-win.
The river flows with rock and roll.
That's right. We get rid of the current issue in this world, and later on, we just, everybody is like perfect. Now, I realize I say that, and they're both white, and this could sound really bad, but that's not what I'm aiming for here, okay? Because genetically, okay, somewhere in there, there's the code. Because they're the perfect Adam and Eve at the beginning of the recreation of the human race, they have the genetic code for every race in there. So each kid that is born, this is how I cover my ass from sounding like I'm a crazy white supremacist. Okay, so each child is born white, one's born black, Asian, Middle Eastern, Mediterranean, so on and so forth. So that way they're all covered.
We're gonna make some new races too. We're gonna make some. There's gonna be a pink one. There's gonna be a tie-dye one. There's
absolutely.
Yeah. Well.
Considering the amount of drugs that Keith Richards take, a tie-dye one would definitely be
possible. That's what I'm saying.
Child.
There's enough drugs in him that it happens. Sounds about white.
Sounds about
I did not mean for that to come out the way it just came out, but you know what I mean.
But you know what? You did more backtracking than Bernie in a debate, and it was fucking skillful. So
yes, absolutely. Yes.
So welcome, the Ubermensch.
Oh God!
So the armorer's helmet has hold on. The armorer's helmet has like Darth Maul spikes on it.
Okay, so Grogu can get a helmet. Reasonably.
Yes. Okay, now continue.
Will he use the Force to push his ears up as he puts the helmet on? Probably.
No, he would use his ear muscles for that. But yes, you know, see genetically inside of their
Yoda size at that point.
I mean, it could be. He could be.
Yoda's species don't really get that big.
No, they don't.
Exactly.
So what it is since they are who they are, inside their genetics, you know, genetics are the genetic codes for every race, and then just go from there. Yeah. So, I'm gonna shut up now.
Oh, what's that? A new topic. Hey guys, if time flies, why the fuck don't clocks have wings?
Right. Anyway,
also,
so Grogu
American
ears.
Grilled cheese.
So here's the question: does Grogu have armor around his ears, or does he have his ears sticking out of the helmet?
His ears can stick out. I'm fine.
No.
Come on.
In all practicality, have you ever seen a Mandalorian's ears exposed?
That's very true.
Have you ever seen a Grogu, Yoda, Yaddle species, since we don't know what the name of that species is? Mandalorian?
No.
Mandalorian isn't a species.
It's a creed.
Actually,
exactly.
No. You guys are incorrect. Mandalorian is a race of people. Because
I know, but the culture is
originally, yes, a race of people, but it's no longer just a race of people.
It is now a way. This is the way.
We have a good question in chat. Yoda, I feel like Yoda would have known about him because he was at the Jedi Temple, and they say somebody saved him. I think it's Sam Jackson who's going to get killed by Vader in the Obi-Wan series. Out of the fucking left field prediction, but that's okay because guess what? I guess Luke was coming back when that one leak came out, and of the Mando with a green reflection on his armor. There's no way he's at a fucking stoplight. That's got to be Luke. That's what I thought months ago.
Listen,
right.
that moment in the episode wherever Cara Dune turns and looks and says, "Oh, It's
Oh,
just a
great.
singular. It's just one X-wing. We're saved, and I'm sitting here going, "Yeah, bitch, you saved. Chill, because you about to be. You don't know
Well, and
who
you
is
can
in
see
that.
R2. You can see R2.
Exactly. It's that moment of like, you don't know who's in that X-wing. I know who's in that X-wing. You saved, so you just chill out and stay alive."
Exactly. Stay alive, Cara Dune, and plays her, the old MMA fighter, Gina Carrera.
Yeah,
She's
Gina
badass. I
Carrera.
love her.
She is a
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
And people are like, supposed Star Wars fans, I call this bullshit,
Mhm.
are trying to get her fired. And I'm like, no
Why?
fan is trying to get her fired. Because she
I
doesn't
don't think anyone.
follow the crowd.
Yeah, she doesn't follow the crowd, but she
Yep.
doesn't have repugnant views either. She's just
No.
not a sheep.
Nope.
Yeah.
So
And that's
but
fine.
Keep doing what you're doing, Gina Carrero. If you ever hear this,
If
Yep.
if you ever listen to the podcast, and we know eventually you will, you're a
Right.
friend of the
Exactly.
show, and we can't wait to have you on as a guest.
yeah. Tweet that shit out, guys.
at Gina Carrero, get your
Gina
ass on the
Carrero.
podcast.
But yes, I would assume that Grogu and Yoda knew each other because he's 50 years old at this point in The Mandalorian. And it has only been, what, 15, 25 years since?
They definitely knew about him. They say he trained with any Jedi.
Yeah.
There's no way Yoda doesn't know. Holy shit, really? Zoller's Cara Dune. I knew it. But yeah, no. I don't know. That thought kind of lost there. We got anything else, boys?
Yeah, there's actually a lot to go. With
Didn't you have something to talk about?
Oh, I already covered it. I covered it with the
what you
old
texted
anime,
me.
getting back into the old
Okay.
anime
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
stuff like that. Ty, what you got, man? You haven't brought a subject today.
Oh,
did.
and I
Oh,
apologize
you
to
did. Never mind.
Fucking
I'm dumb. I know you.
Lovecraft Country, yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm liking
Mandalorian.
And
Good.
Mandalorian. I'm
Yeah.
caught up on Mandalorian,
Apologies.
and I'm watching Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, well, you need to get on Clone Wars so you can see the end of Clone Wars is by far one of the most beautiful endings I've ever seen in my life. And we're gonna hit WandaVision here in a minute. And that goes even with the end of Samurai Jack, okay? Because the end of Samurai Jack was heartbreaking and beautiful.
How did it end?
Well, watch it, motherfucker, and you'll see how it ends.
Does he kill Aku? I hope he kills Aku.
Watch it and you'll
Sure.
see.
The
But
series
like,
wouldn't end if
without.
he didn't.
Yeah.
That's true.
So have you watched
Gotta get
WandaVision
back-
yet?
Back
Gotta
to
get
the
back.
Samurai
Samurai Jack. Jack. Does anybody actually know the Samurai Jack's name?
I think it's Satoshi.
They never say it.
I feel like I definitely haven't heard it.
I'm pretty sure they've said it in one of his flashbacks in the recent series, the recent season.
Yeah, I do not think the titular character Jack is an unnamed Japanese samurai who wields a katana. I don't think they ever actually say his name. I think the reason why he goes by the name Jack is because in the first episode, one of the characters that are in there in the background calls him Jack.
Yo, Jack, what's up?
Yep, and he just takes it on. Yep, and he takes it on. So they got Greg Baldwin. Greg Baldwin actually replaced Mako, the voice of Uncle Iroh on Avatar after Mako passed away, sadly.
Rest in peace.
So Greg Baldwin took his place as Aku because he was also the voice of Aku in Samurai Jack. And they actually pay homage to Mako in Samurai Jack by, like, I don't feel the same like myself anymore. And go on from there and just kind of, hold on. And pay homage to Mako, which is really nice because he was an amazing voice actor.
Yes, he was.
Yep.
Yes, he was.
And,
I do concur.
Yep.
Shit.
So yeah, WandaVision. by the way,
That looks so funny.
is really good.
Ooh,
Is it?
Yeah,
it is.
It
It's
starts off.
okay. This one's going to be a
Go
bit
ahead.
of a hard sell
Okay.
because of its
Sell me this
pacing
pen,
so
Jordan
far.
Belfort. No, I'm kidding. Keep going.
Right. Well, see, this pen,
Mhm.
this particular pen here is it's a very well made pen. Um, all of its components are nicely made, professionally crafted,
And
and
the
its
ink
construction is very much on point. The ink, however, on the inside, it
was milk
has
from an
its
exotic octopus at the bottom of the Marina Trench. It's a psychedelic ink. Don't get it on your hands.
definitely don't get it in your mouth either.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're trying to party.
Well, if you're trying to party hardy. That besides the point.
Yeah.
Party hard.
Oh my god, I shit myself on mushrooms once too. Fuck, man.
And
Okay.
we've come
I'm
full
good
circle.
at repressing stuff, man.
So right, WandaVision is fascinating because it takes on the whole guise of like a 60s 70s like sitcom, like I Dream of Jeannie or
Yeah.
what is the other ones? Bewitched, stuff like that. So it feels like that for the first couple episodes, but periodically things from the real world start to leak in, and she realizes it. This is actually like the real power of Wanda, not the bullshit they did to her in the Avengers show, the movies, but like actually experiencing her real power. Like
She can't
reality
remember the
bending
first part of
powers.
her life, right?
she doesn't, and I don't know honestly. Take it over.
How many episodes is it at?
So far, it's at 2. They're
Yeah,
30
two,
minutes
okay.
each, so you have an hour's worth of content to watch.
Gotcha.
Which I'm assuming what they're probably going to do is I don't know the release schedule, but what they're probably going to do is like maybe I think from here on out an episode a week or 2 episodes a
Gotcha.
week maybe. Again, not really sure. Haven't really checked it or anything. Just knew that it was posted up on Disney Plus one day.
Yep. So
Very fun.
here's an interesting thing, and this is the issue that I take with the Marvel movies and how they handled Wanda. Scarlet Witch is an Omega level powerful mutant. Okay, she is so powerful that she touched Charles Xavier, said no more mutants, and the mutant population was reduced to 198 from millions. Okay, that's how powerful she is. So the fact that she was like, you took everything from me. I don't even know who you are. And she starts like slowly tearing him apart. No. In a real fight, Wanda would just blink his ass out of existence. That's how strong she is. I don't think
Dr. Manhattan
Thanos.
shit.
Yeah, actually, right up about that
Dr.
level.
Manhattan type of thing. Yeah.
So I don't think in the comic book Wanda has ever fought Thanos because I think Thanos avoids her because of her power. She is beyond Omega level. I agree. I agree. Zoxler.
Yeah, so this really is a Dr.
Zoxler.
Manhattan.
Yes, she is that powerful. Okay,
Yeah.
her
wow.
powers are reality warping ability. Like she is disgustingly powerful, and
So, like, can she make realities like Dr. Manhattan did?
she
with
can
the
alter
universe?
anything around her.
That's established, by the way, now with Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, it is.
That Manhattan was bored on Mars and made the DC universe, which I can't get over.
I mean, that's okay. I
It's
don't mind one
amazing.
bit. It is amazing.
We got that picture right there of Batman finding the Watchmen button.
Yep. But it is she would destroy Thanos. Okay, not this fire all the guns. No, it would be you took everything from me, rip and done. It wouldn't even be a rip. It would be he'd be gone.
All right, Dr. Manhattan versus Wanda.
They would destroy each other.
I like that.
Sheer power of against each other. I would say
Just the
they would
universe
destroy
is
each other.
gone after
The
that.
universe is gone. So, but you finally get to see the extent of Wanda's powers. They actually start to use them in the fact that she is altering reality around herself to get what she wants because the loss of Vision was so Uh, devastating. We'll go with devastating.
But Vision's back, right?
I don't know. They don't actually cover
But
that.
don't you see him in the
Yes.
Vision, the guy
He's
with
in the
gem in
show,
his forehead?
and
Yeah.
he's in the
You don't
show.
know
And
if he's real or not, though.
we don't. Yeah, we don't know what's going on. Like,
But if
we
you
don't know
look,
how we don't even know how they've gotten into this situation.
nope. It just starts out as they're there. It's the beginning. They're moving into a house and sitcom time, ladies and gentlemen. If you also look at Vision in the clips, in the images and everything, when he's in his Vision form, he still has the Soul Stone in his head.
Mind Stone.
Mind Stone, not Soul Stone. Sorry, in his head.
I love
So-
how nerdy we are.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. It's like we don't know if this Vision is a portion of made up reality or it is somebody's affecting her.
I have a random topic, but it's what I'm into. If anyone watched, I know you guys don't really watch MMA and stuff, and I'm only bringing this up because it's notable. But last night, Max Holloway fought Calvin Kattar, someone who's trying to say he was the best boxer in MMA. And I'm just going to read you guys the scorecard for punches. This fight
Okay.
never went to the ground. I'm going to read off Holloway's numbers and then Kattar's. Round 1, 37-16. Round 2, 57-20. Round 3, 57-21. Round 4, 87-31. Round 5, 45-13. These are strikes landed. Max Holloway threw 631 punches
Oof.
in that fight.
Mm.
And I encourage everyone to go watch the clip. It's so reminiscent of Muhammad Ali when he's dodging people. And the entire time, this Calvin Kattar guy, he came in saying he was a boxer in MMA. And the whole time, Max is screaming at him, "I'm the best boxer," as he's just dodging him. Like, he's not getting hit at all. It's insane. Props to Max Holloway, man. That was fucking awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not a lot of people throw 600 punches in a fight. That's pretty insane.
Chirp 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 chirp. No, that is pretty insane. That is pretty insane.
If we're trying to hit all corners of pop culture, I'm going to bring up MMA every once in a while.
That's fine.
But
That's fine.
only when it's real cool like that, man. I mean, that's just awesome. Good for him.
Right?
The pride of Hawaii, Max Holloway.
So I've found myself on recently on YouTube watching
Mhm.
these like Japanese or Korean or Taiwanese like street food cooking videos
Oh,
of people
cool.
walking up and down the street watching people cook and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and I'm sitting here going, why am I watching all of this? Oh dear.
It's cool,
no.
though.
It is very
What
cool.
kind of food is it?
Why am I watching all this delicious food being cooked?
Do you
Right.
even know, like, what kind of food do they make there? I'm so
a
uncultured.
lot of different food, man. It's all
It's just
just
street
different
food,
food.
man.
It's just street food.
Yeah.
You know, it's like snacks, easy things that they can walk away from. You know, you can cook up and eat stuff like
Meat
What
on
I
a
that,
love,
stick.
everyone said
Street
that when I moved to
tacos.
Chicago.
right?
Everyone said that when I moved to Chicago, and I'm back to Florida, obviously, because you can ask Kelly and Ryu how much I enjoyed the Midwest.
Cough,
And
cough.
they said that they were going to have the best food and stuff. And, dude, the food trucks in Florida are just so much more insane. It's warm all year. These people just,
Okay,
your food trucks are just out
All right.
all year.
G-Dub,
It's amazing. Although I've
I
had
can argue-
Chicago food, I've had the deep dish, I've had everything. It is good, but
I will say this.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm not even going to touch on Chicago deep dish.
Okay.
The fact that you said Florida food is better than Chicago food, that means that you've only went to generic places. You
No,
haven't
it
had
doesn't.
food stops.
I have, trust me, I ingratiated myself in it. I got the best hot dogs I've had. And hey, when it comes to hot dogs, you'll
Okay,
never get
that's
better
all
than
right.
the
That's
Wrigley
that's
Field.
hot dogs. Where?
Uh-huh.
Give me a name.
Rick-
I will tell you if you're right or wrong.
I'm
a
staying
hot
out of
dog
this
from Wrigley
conversation.
Field. A hot dog
That-
from Wrigley Field's the best hot dog I've ever had.
Wrong.
A Chicago dog from Wrigley Field. Okay, tell me. And I'll go there because I'm still up there for a while. Assuming it's open.
Okay, if you just want a Chicago dog, sure, go to Wrigley Fields if you want to pay out the ass for a Chicago dog.
Don't
But
say Portillo's or something, please.
I'm not going to say Portillo's.
Okay.
Portillo's is
That would be generic.
that is generic. It's good food, but it's generic.
Exactly.
If you want to go, if you want a place to, if you want to go to a food joint,
Mm-hmm.
where if you want to go to the spot, you have to go to other places that are not so like written on the map. Like,
Absolutely. That's what I love about Central Florida. Those are the places I'm going towards because I know it.
and the fact
That's what I
that
love about Sanford.
the fact that you haven't mentioned any in Chicago yet so far means that you've missed out on the ones in Chicago.
Well,
Like
in fairness, the city shut down, but
true.
so I did go to a dive bar and I had deep dish that was better than any of the deep because there's a place called Pequod's, which is definitely what you're not about to call Pequod's generic.
No.
Okay.
I'll just whenever. Okay, you're not from Chicago, are you?
No, my family is. I was born in Florida.
Okay,
and I moved up there.
All right, here's what I'm going to tell. I'm going to put this out there for everybody who is not a Chicago native.
Okay.
Just because Chicago is known for its deep dish, or Chicago is known for deep dish is not the pizza that Chicago is known for. Or that's not that's if you want authentic good Chicago pizza, don't get deep dish.
Okay. I mean, I've never tasted. I've eaten a lot of regular pizza because like I have a relationship. I don't like deep dish that much. Really, it's too heavy for me.
It's a casserole. Okay, just like what's his name said on the Daily Show. It's a casserole. It's literally that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And so like
it's gonna be too much.
I've never had one that's not so watery, but I've never had deep dish. Like it's something about the tomatoes. They're too runny for me.
You probably gotten one from a bad place anyway. But that's not what I'm. That's not what I'm going.
I've definitely. Well, Pequod's is one of the places that would be kind of lesser known.
What if you want actual good Chicago style pizza? You go to a place called Italian Fiesta. You've never heard of that, have you?
Yes. No, dude, listen. I'll admit. I have not. Let's see where it is. What part? I'm in the northwest suburbs in the city. Is that a city place? What is
There's
it?
It's a small chain.
Okay.
It's a small pizza chain. So they're literally sprinkled. They're gingerly sprinkled across all Chicago. So if you Google it, you're gonna find one within 20 miles within whatever area that you're in.
Mm-hmm. No, but also I'm gonna fucking stand up for Sanford, Florida here. The barbecue and the fucking the homemade beers downtown Sanford, Florida is also amazing. Sanford Pizza Company is also amazing. That's a small Central Florida chain, which I think I read about them opening one in Miami. And then what else? The Land, I ate tacos, small food truck in downtown The Land. I don't know. I think that was also some of the best food I've had in a while. So, yeah. Also, fuck the Midwest. I know you guys are from there. And I'm sorry. I'm just a Floridian, and I'm going to stay the savage that I am. But fuck that cold. It makes the people cold, and it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Granted that. Yeah. Very much.
It is not a place for G-dubs.
It is not a place for people who are more akin to warmer weather.
But I am an oceanic motherfucker. Continue.
What's funny?
To bring it home.
Okay.
Chicago style pizza. If you ask anyone who is native from Chicago, they will tell you Chicago is not deep dish. Even though that's where the word originated from.
That there because the natives have always taken me to deep dish places.
They are wrong. They're incorrect. True natives from Chicago will tell you if you want Chicago style, if you want Chicago style pizza, not just deep dish, because any place does deep dish now, but if you want Chicago style, you get thin crust pizza with the ingredients all the way to the edge.
I'm sorry. Hold up. Best hot dog, Billy Goat Tavern. Keep going.
Billy Goat Tavern? Also incorrect.
That's the best one I've had up there. Well, no. Aside from, of course.
So, maybe the best one you've had, but it's not the best, period.
So
I am just porting mine. What were you about to say, Kelly?
So as I'd like to point out rather humorously, Tony Tig is from Chicago. I am from Philadelphia. So there are certain places that we know of where we can get the actual good food. And what's even funnier is, yes, we're used to the cold. We are. I mean, we can still go up north and be fine. But me and Tig have spent most of our life in the South.
Ironically.
Right.
Huh?
Ironically, yes.
Right. Yeah. Like,
and
what?
You
moved in, 91 to Georgia, Tig?
Just about.
Yeah, I spent a good 6 years of my life up north. So about 90, 91, 92 is when we moved down south to GA. Well, not GA. Yeah, it was GA. Because GA and then Massachusetts, and then back to GA when me and Tig met in 5th grade. So we've spent the majority of our life in the South. But
so
when we do go home, we know where to go, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is places we know to go.
What I will say, if there's one thing I've learned moving up there, it's how much I appreciated the places I was from in Florida. I was like, fuck, man. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it when I left. I thought I wasn't going to miss it. I did instantly.
Oh, yeah, you will always miss it. I miss places in GA where right around Tig's house that we used to stomp around when we were younger. Now, but even though majority of them are gone now, sadly, makes me cry.
Have you guys
a
been
bit.
to Florida much? A lot of people from Georgia go to Daytona Beach and shit.
I've been to Florida twice. Tig has been. I don't know how many times you've been to Florida.
I've been there about 4 times.
Yeah. All right. Well, when this podcast takes off and we start taking trips, we're all going to take each other to our hometowns. That's what's going to happen.
That's fine. Luckily, since me and Tig, I consider Marietta where Mom's lives. So that'll be easy. We can me and Tig will wrap it up right then and there. Because none of us want to go to Philadelphia. Let's be honest.
But it's always sunny there.
Yeah, no, it's the city of brotherly hate. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
it's the city of brotherly hate.
I have a coach from Philadelphia, and he's like, "Yeah, don't ever fucking go to Philadelphia."
Yeah, like it's beautiful to visit every once in a while. Put it this way: my great aunt, my grandfather's aunt, was a 78-year-old German woman, survived World War II in Germany,
gotcha.
Not having to deal with any of that bullshit because you had to be careful back then. Okay,
right.
She came to Philly. A mugger attempted to steal her purse in Philadelphia.
Oh,
in
that bitch did not get her
78.
I can guarantee it.
He went to the hospital.
That's got to be amazing. I'm sorry. I love that.
Yeah. Okay. So it's one of those things. They are hard up there. Put it this way: Philadelphia Eagle fans boo their own fucking team. Okay.
They're not doing good.
Okay, it's rough up there. Now you go there, you go to the outside areas like Warminster and Hattown and stuff like that on the outside of Philly, and that's where you get the experience. I mean, my father's from Warminster. That's where the good chunk of the family is, so we kind of roam around there, get some really good grub up there, go through there. The small hole in the walls are the place you're going to get the best food. Not the big name like Philly joints, but like the small ones are the best place to get food. I've been to Philly a couple times. I like going there, but I don't like staying there a lot. it's you visit and you get the hell out.
Yeah.
But as far as home, man, it's right off of Morgan Road at the bottom of the hill. That's where it's at. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So that'll be an easy trip for two of us. And
Yeah.
I've been
I'll get my
to
ass there.
me and Tony have been to Disney World together with the
All right,
band.
that's not fucking Florida. That is not Florida. All right, I'm taking you boys to Sanford, DeLand, New Smyrna Beach.
It was
I'm not going to take you to Daytona. It's kind of
It was-
it's not what it was.
it was
But
8th grade, and they were like, we went down there for a band competition, and it was Disney World and Universal Studios, and what was the other one? Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And we ran around and went on adventures and did stupid things because we were kids.
Yes.
So I wish that trip had been a lot different now later on in my life, because at that point in time, me and Tig were not on speaking terms.
Yeah, shit happened.
Yeah, shit happened, but we put
Who
it behind
fucked
us.
who?
No, it was stupid shit.
I don't wanna
Stupid
know.
adolescent shit that doesn't matter anymore. And we put it all behind us and got, and now 20 some odd years later, 26 years later, we're still friends. So I wish we had put it away sooner, and I had had enough knowledge to know that Brandy wanted me to ask her out, and she was for in 8th grade, and she had double D's, and I'm sitting here going, I'm older Kelly's like, why didn't younger Kelly take advantage of this? What's wrong with you, younger Kelly? Are you stupid? Look at them boobs. Hormones, younger Kelly. What the hell's your wrong? Them regrets. As I reflect upon my life, I'm like, wow, can I just go back in time and bitch slap myself and go, boobs? Dude,
Listen,
seriously?
man,
Come on.
if there's one thing that I've loved about coming back down to Florida, I've written a couple wrongs from my high school days, and it's a good feeling. I've done a couple fist bumps. I'm going to put it that way.
I'd never be able to rectify that matter, and that's okay. I'm not worried about it.
Brandy, you're a fine girl.
Yeah. Tony knows who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
And I never dawned on me that she liked me until I was long gone.
No, it didn't. It was obvious to everybody else around you.
I wish somebody would have said something. All I'm saying.
Oh, I do that shit. Hey, we've all been there, though.
Yeah. So, yeah. But it's. I forgot where I was going with this conversation. Oh yeah, Florida. That was our trip to Florida.
Hales, yeah, and then I mean, if we have Coke money, we'll go to Miami. What?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and we'll skip over the Panhandle. Y'all don't.
So, if there's anybody got any other subjects they want to bring up?
Good, man. I've blown my wad. I gotta fucking clean this room up and hope no one ever walks in blacklight.
All right, LT Gray.
I think we're pretty much exhausted all of our resources, Captain.
Alrighty, so you guys can check this podcast. I'm going to be uploading it up on my YouTube channel. It's also on my Facebook. It's actually being simulcast to my Facebook too as we do this show. And eventually, whenever we can finally get the blue check mark on Pornhub, we'll be uploading all episodes to Pornhub to be the one and only cleanup podcast.
Shout out to Pornhub at management. You're not getting my emails? You're not taking us seriously here? What the fuck is up?
Yeah, right.
For those of us who are more privy to gain access to that sort of level of management, spam the hell out of them.
Yeah,
let your voices be known.
I've told you, interracial, intercultural, intergenerational. We fill up so many things, and it's a cleanup podcast, which y'all desperately need.
Blonde.
Post nut clarity.
Brunette. Exactly. We can put there. College age. Yeah.
College age.
Let's see what
I'm
else.
A college babe.
That's right.
Shit. Yeah. Eventually, it's going to be a freaking foursome. Right now, it's only threesome. But come on, guys, take us seriously. If we can make it on your tags, all right. I know you guys are in hot shit with the rest of the world right now, but you know what? I think we're exactly what you could use, and that's all I got to say on the matter.
Nerd category too.
Mm-hmm.
Arrivederci, folks. Thank you. Swinging by.
Yep. Everybody, thank you guys for coming out and watching. You guys are all. Oh, hey, by the way, I have a Patreon. If you'd like to invest in the Patreon, check it out. If we can get enough Patreons, I'm actually just going to use it to get everybody together.
Yeah.
And it'll help my family. obviously. And I'll try to throw money your guys' way too, you know.
No, but I mean, and at first though, we'll focus on the podcast. We'll get Ryu
Yeah.
a webcam and shit, and we'll start. We'll get video going here, so you guys can actually tell when we're really fucking with each other. Because
Right.
all the time, we just start giggling like little girls when we know we're pissing each other off. It's gonna be great.
Yes. So please do check it out on there. I will put links in the description on YouTube. But thank you everybody for coming out and watching. You guys are all beautiful, awesome. Love your faces. Tig.
And remember, love, peace, and chicken grease.